African Union chairmanship election. The D-Day is finally getting closer. We're going to have the elections um, this weekend on 15th and 16th. And the candidates have already gone to Ethiopia, to witness uh, this long-awaited election. But anyway, before we even get started, if you are tuning in to Africaismarwa for the first time, kindly welcome and take your first 3 seconds to just subscribe. But if you're my returning viewer, I really appreciate you for coming back, and thank you for always tuning into Africa is Marwa. We really appreciate the support has been big, and we hope you can keep on with that spirit. Invite, share the video so that we can continue with the common goal of ensuring that the African agenda actually uh, crosses all the borders and all the countries of Africa. Shout out to my viewers in Nigeria, South Africa, Angola and Zimbabwe. Much love. So yeah, let's get started. So we are gonna have election this weekend, and we all know the likely candidates, the ones that have been trending: Kenya's Raila Odinga and Djibouti's Ali Yusuf Mohammed. And these two candidates have actually shown like one of them is actually going to become the AU chairman, and we can't wait to see how the elections, the outcomes of the election. But interesting stories, we've been waiting for, and especially here in Kenya, many people have been saying that Raila Odinga is at the forefront of winning this race. And he has received much support, and we've seen him traveling to so many countries, trying to woo the presidents so that they can vote in his favor. And the latest one, he actually finished his campaign in Burundi, where he met the Burundian president. But for Ali Yusuf, he has been doing things silently. And from the interview that they did last year in Ethiopia, when they were in the panel discussing on the agendas that they have for Africa, that is the last time that we heard from him. But we also saw him, trying to woo the Tanzanian president. So we don't know. We're really waiting to see how the outcome is going to be from these two candidates. The Madagascar, I'm totally sorry. I can't really pronounce his second name, but I know his first name is Richard. He has been very silent. But yeah, we can't wait because there are three candidates and we are waiting to see how the outcome is going to be. So, interesting stories today, because Raila has been traveling around the continent and trying to woo this president to vote for him. So today, we woke up for a rude or a shocker. The SADC, that is the Southern African trade bloc, has actually commanded their candidate, who happens to be Richard from Madagascar, to vote in favor of Richard, because they have their candidate and they have said that they're not going to vote for any opponent. So they're trying to woo their presidents to make sure that they vote in favor of their region, and they are 16 states. And we already know that I think 5 countries are not going to vote. That is including the Sahel state, because they're actually not part of the bloc of the Western African bloc. We remember they actually withdrew from ECOWAS. So we'll be having Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea and Gabon not voting. So that means that we have at least 49 states. And if you take away 16, it means we are remaining with 33 votes. So these 33, how are they going to subdivide themselves if at all the SADC region is going to vote in favor of Richard? We're really waiting to see. This has been a big blow to Raila Odinga, and I know in Kenya, the Gen Z, we need to have a consultation.
What kind of consultations?
Gen Z. Because if you look at X, many Gen Zs, Kenyan Gen Zs are actually celebrating because one thing is that the Gen Zs in Kenya were so against Raila being even the African Union chairperson, and this is because they felt like they were betrayed from the last year's protest here in Kenya. We all know how that went, and Raila went on to have a handshake with the government where they formed the broad-based government. And Gen Zs felt like they were really betrayed because they were fighting for proper governance, but instead, Raila went and joined, the eaters and the corrupt. So that is why the Gen Zs, if you come across the Kenyan Gen Zs actually supporting Djibouti's Ali Yusuf, don't be surprised. This is because they actually felt like they were betrayed. But not all the Gen Zs, because I know some of them are still stand supporters of Raila Odinga and they're still wishing him the best. The other thing that Kenyans are actually unhappy with is the fact that the government has spent quite some millions of money, the taxpayers' money, in campaigning for Raila Odinga. And if you actually saw you know, how Raila arrived in Ethiopia or in Addis for preparation for his election, you could actually tell, and the number of people that or the convoy that he had, he's feeling like he's already the man to take the show. But for Djibouti's, he actually came silently. He didn't have even so many people. I think he had around four. Yeah, so people have been feeling like the government has been sponsoring people to go to Ethiopia in support of Raila Odinga, and people are not happy with that because as Kenya, we are still facing some kind of challenges, and yeah, so this is why if you see people being against, especially Kenyans being against Raila Odinga, that's it. But so anyway, is this how do you think the elections outcome is going to be? Is Raila Odinga going to win, or is it going to be the Djibouti's candidate Ali Yusuf Mohammed, or maybe everyone has been talking about Ali Yusuf Mohammed and Raila Odinga, but no one has been talking about Richard and from Madagascar. We never know; he might actually surprise us. But anyway, we can't wait to see how it's going to, come out. The SADC now ordering their president to, their presidents to vote for in favor of their candidates. Is this going to affect now Raila Odinga, having that many people have been actually viewing him as the very, very ideal candidate? Because Raila already had a role in the African Union as the leader of infrastructure in the African continent. So that gives him a plus. His CV was quite good, but it's not like we are saying the other candidates are not good enough. So we're just waiting to see if this is going to be a real shocker for Raila Odinga.
We have urgent matters, critical matters as a continent, and therefore firm leadership is needed. And this is why Kenya has presented the candidature of Raila Amolo Odinga. We need a strong voice in this moment of crisis. We need a unifying factor. We need a Pan-Africanist who can talk and engage at the very high level with the various leaders in the conflict-prone zones. Prospects for Raila to capture the seat are very, very high. He has campaigned very extensively on the African continent. President Ruto has given him all the support. He has gotten all the support and encouragement from the President of Kenya. I have played my role as Minister for Foreign Affairs as well. Our ambassadors have played their role, including the ambassador here, and we believe we have canvassed effectively to give victory to Raila Odinga. My appeal to the Kenyans is that it is a very anxious moment. Let us hold our horses and put Raila into prayer so that he can attain the victory that we all so desire.
But Gen Zs, please, consultation.
What kind of consultations?
we need to support Raila Odinga. But anyway, so that was it. I'm just hoping that we're gonna give you an update when the elections are done to see who is going to be our AU chairman replacing Musa Faki. So thank you very much for tuning in up to the end. I really appreciate the support that you've been giving me. Kindly, if you haven't subscribed, take the 3 seconds to just hit on that subscribe button. And also, if you haven't hit on that notification bar, please do so that anytime we do a video, you're actually able to get the notification. For my returning viewers, thank you very much. Your support has been amazing. I'm saying this for the second time, for the third time, for the fourth time. I won't get tired giving you my gratitude on the support that you've been giving me. So keep it Africa is Marwa, and keep on sharing our videos, and keep on the motivation of ensuring that we take the ownership of Africa, because we know we are going to make sure that the African continent become independent and reliant, especially during these trying moments where aids are being, dropped by the foreign states. But we are hoping Africa is going to rise. So keep it Africa is Marwa, because yeah, Africa is totally ours. Bye bye.